Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today I need to get a little bit more whitetail hunting done as the turkeys interrupt me, because I have been on a mission for multiple years at this point to get the typical rack Great One whitetail, which is by far the rarest Great One you could possibly get aside from like an ultra rare. But still, aside from that, it is the rarest thing you could possibly get. But to spice it up a little bit today, since I know not everybody is interested in grinding content, we're not just going to be shooting whitetail. We're going to be shooting whitetail with what I consider the best rifle in the game, but the worst scope in the game. So we've got the Ascent starting scope. This is the scope you start out with when you first get on Call of the Wild. And we're going to put it on the 300 AR and just hope that this isn't too terrible. I mean, that worked out pretty good. That definitely worked out pretty good. If you have been stopping by the live streams recently, you will know that we have been hot on the trail of attempting to get the typical rack Great One whitetail. We're about 461 kills into the current grind, and we're just hoping that our next Great One is going to be that typical rack. We have managed to kill, I believe, 34 Great One whitetail and never got a full typical rack, which is just absurd. And between myself and I Buy Premiums, we have over 100 Great One whitetail, with none of them being a full typical rack. The closest we have got is a 50-50 rack that was half the typical rack. And, you know, that's just not the same as getting a full typical rack. So we continue to search and hope that we get it. So I figured we'd work towards that today while switching it up a little bit and using something we don't normally use, which is the Ascent rifle scope. And man, this is going to be tough to get good shots. 3 shots and I could not get a vital hit on that second deer. Wow. You know, when you use the same setup for a super long time like I do on these grinds, you get kind of used to being able to just guess the distance to an animal based off of the size of the animal in the scope that you always use. So whenever you switch it up and start using something that you're not used to, all of that kind of goes out the window, as you just saw right there. It is going to be very difficult for me to predict how I need to aim, because of the fact that I'm not used to seeing the animals at this distance through a scope that has such a low zoom level. But hopefully as we do this more, we'll be able to kind of get better at it. I mean, that went a lot better than the other ones. Can that go well? Yes, it did. Okay, perfect. So that was probably the most flawless shooting we have done all day. Up until now, we weren't really hitting a lot of our shots, but we managed to get both of those down in one hit. We're going to attempt something even more difficult now. We're going to try and shoot them while they're walking over to their zone. I mean, okay, that kind of went out the window when they stopped, but I mean, we still got them. Oh man, this is going to be even tougher. You know, let's up the difficulty a little bit. Let's not have him spotted and see how we can do this. I mean, it kind of highlights him, but that was definitely a tougher shot than what we've attempted so far. I am curious, did we get vitals? Yeah, we did. Okay, so that was a perfect shot. I'm actually quite impressed that we managed to make that. You know, a lot of the shots that we'll be taking with this whitetail setup will not be super duper difficult. However, as we get further along in the run, there is going to be a couple zones that are going to be a little more difficult to hit shots at. This one, not so much. As long as we can clear them out of the way, we can get some clean shots into those two. But we've got a zone down here that is a lot farther away. We're going to be shooting quite a ways away. Same with this one. So those are going to be really tough to hit, and I'm kind of thinking we're going to mess those shots up most likely. This zone should be relatively easy. We're going to start with that guy up there and then take on that guy. Looks like we knocked both of them down in one hit. And for anybody that is not familiar with it, I use the 300 on the whitetail just to kill them quicker for the grinds. I am very well aware that it is not the proper caliber, since I always get asked that by at least 1 or 2 people when I do a video like this. You know, if you guys like this video right here, leave a comment down below letting me know that you like it, because I'm thinking about doing this with other species as well. I've been really thinking about using like some weird scope and rifle combinations with a bunch of different species, and maybe just using like ammo types and stuff that we never use. And I think that could be quite fun. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. And while you're down there, hit that like button. It's completely free and it helps out an absolute ton. And that was a crazy shot that we just hit. That was our best shot of the day. Okay, this is going to be the toughest shots of the day. 340 meters away. And then that guy is about well, actually, he's about 343. This guy's more like 330. Can we make this? This is really going to test our skills. We did it! Oh my gosh, we got both of them. And I think I just saw another run off as well. Yeah, that's one that we needed to shoot also. That's pretty crazy that we managed to hit these 2 shots. Wow, I mean, that was fine. So that wasn't a super great shot, but it did kill it in 1 hit. So win-win for us. We weren't going to get full score anyway using the 300. And for this guy, a perfect double lung at 347 meters with the Ascent starting scope. That's crazy. Like, that is actually a pretty impressive shot. The only thing that could make it even more impressive is if we took that shot from 400 meters. But unfortunately, I don't really have any setups for that. However, if we come over to Rancho Del Arroyo and take a couple shots on some mule deer from our mule deer grind, then we got a little bit of an easier opportunity to take some super, super long shots. So we're going to make sure that this is at least 400. And then we're going to let it rip and just hope for the best. Can we do this? I don't know if that's going to be vitals. I don't know if that's going to be vitals. They went out of render immediately. Oh, man. We're going to have to run over there and figure it out. Did we get it? Oh, my gosh. We got it. It's dead right there. That is an insane shot that we just hit. Vital organs from 400 meters with the Ascent rifle scope. 404.35. That is impressive. Wow. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked I even hit that. Normally, as you guys have probably come to know, I'm not the greatest with like super long shots with bad scopes. So I'm actually pretty happy that we got that. Oh man, can I make that shot? That's a tricky one. Maybe? Oh my gosh, we hit it. Did you see that thing drop? Wow, that was a shot and a half. I am absolutely blown away that we hit that shot. Like, I could barely even see the deer, and it was behind another deer and a bush. And we got a double lung shot. Wow. That's crazy. I take it back. That 404 meter shot was not our craziest of the day. This one was. Oh my gosh, that's a level 5 mule deer. Wow. You know, this video is supposed to be what I consider the best gun with the worst scope. And I can't shoot a level 5 with the best gun because it's a 300 Magnum and that would destroy the trophy. So we will have to go out of the rule for this one and use the second best gun in the game, or what I consider the second best gun, the 308 AR. So hopefully we can hit this. That's beautiful, man. That is a beautiful level 5 mule deer. Wow. That thing looks good. Now this is a rack where it very well could troll. We've had this rack once before in this grind, if I'm not mistaken, and it did troll us. So there's a high chance that this won't even make it, but in case it does, I want to be safe and use the proper caliber. So here goes nothing. Can we get this? We did. We got it. And we got the other one too. Wow. That's wild. Oh, that's a big boy too. Did we get him as well? No, we didn't. That was not a good shot on the third one. Please, please, please tell me that this guy is going to make it. I really like this rack, so I'm hoping that it's going to make it. If it doesn't, that's going to be quite tragic. But I know that rack doesn't have a super high chance of making diamond. I've had a couple of them before make diamond, but it's nowhere near a guarantee. Come on, please. Please be a diamond. It's such a pretty buck. Please be a diamond. Oh my gosh, it made it! Barely! By 0.70. Wow, that is a stunning diamond mule deer. This is probably my favorite diamond mule deer we've killed this entire mule deer grind. If you guys are not familiar with it, we've been doing this mule deer grind for the past couple weeks. We're at 265 kills on it, and this is our 5th diamond on the grind. We have been doing herd management, but it's been like a very casual, light form of it. So we haven't been seeing as many diamonds as we would on like our HM whitetail grinds, for example. But gosh, getting a buck like this is just such a good feeling because this rack rarely makes diamond. But when it does, it's just incredible. And this thing looks crazy too. Look at the amount of tines on him. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side. I believe the brows do not count with mule deer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the brows don't count. So that's 6 tines on each side. What a monster. What an absolute monster. And now for the final zone on the mule deer grind. This one is going to be another tough one due to how brushy this area is, as well as the fact that it's just a long shot, 300 meters. Once again, not an easy shot. They're on a slope, so he's going to be angled. This might be a tough shot. It's probably not our toughest of the entire video now that I'm kind of looking at it again, but still not an easy shot to hit, and we just hit it. But I think this is a great place to leave the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was quite a fun one to do. I need to use this type of stuff more often. I need to do more challenges with like weird scopes, weird weapons, things like that, because you guys love them and I always have a ton of fun doing it. So let me know in the comments what you want to see for more like weird weapon, ammo, scope combination videos in the future. Let me know what you want to see and I'll be sure to get to it. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you're brand new. Be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace!